morning.
Good morning, good
Well,
evening.
yes,
I don't know what is even happening today.
it's afternoon for you, right?
Is it? Yes, it's 3:20 as we record this for me.
8:20 in Wyoming.
Yeah,
So you need a coffee. You need an afternoon coffee, and I'm having my
I
morning
know.
coffee.
I need another shot of caffeine, that's for sure. We've been out on an adventure and came home, and we were early, like we arranged to do this from a hotel this time instead of trying to do it from a stadium. um,
So we can hear you now.
so That's right, but I got here a little early and I laid down for a bit, and now I'm like, nappy times.
Well, it's really cool that you're able to join us from. It's just neat, and the photos that you sent were and the videos. Well, that was fantastic. I mean, I'm sure viewers loved
Thanks.
it. And today
That was fun.
you sent me some more today for for
Yeah.
for your adventure.
Yeah. We had a few. I mean, it's weird. Like, we've been to London several times now, so we're sort of like, we don't feel the need to go see all the tourist things when we come, you know?
Right. Because you've done that.
So, because we've done that, and some of them we've done 2, 3 times. So,
Right.
we went to we told a friend of ours who is a chef that we were here, and he was like, there's this place that you have to go where they have salt beef bagels, and which is, we call it
Okay.
corned beef
Right.
bagel.
Right.
So it was on this road. I can't remember now. You'll see it. I did send some footage to Jana of this experience, and you'll see the place that we went to and the street that it was on, if anyone
Okay.
ever wants to recreate this. But they're open 24 hours a day.
Wow.
So it's just a narrow little place that you go in, and the line goes down one side, and then as you come down the other side, you're ordering at the long counter and getting your food.
Okay.
But
Okay.
when you get to the back, you can see the guy making the bagels in the back, and he's just taking like globs of dough and feeding them into this machine, and it's spinning the bagel and sending it out
Oh, so it's
on the other end, and someone else is like taking them to send it through the boiler and the baker and everything. Anyway, it's like they have it down. So they're, bagels, and they're full of corned beef, and they have um mustard and sweet pickle, like slices of sweet pickle. It was, when you got a bite of all of it, it was so good. It
wow.
was so good. And then, like, you're eating it like wrapped in paper, right? So all the mustard is falling as you're eating it to the bottom. And I got the last bite, and it's not like French's mustard. This is like true mustard. And I take it, I'm like crying. It's so spicy. Like, the mustard is so struggling. It's so good. Stealing my husband's soda. So good. Drinking more.
I'm in pain, but it's so good.
So it's delicious pain. Yeah. So that was fun. And then all down that street was all like graffiti artists had come through. And then there was a market going on with people selling like secondhand goods and things like that.
Yeah.
So we walked down that, and then we were like, okay, let's find the nearest subway and get back into town. And as we were walking, then we came across Spitalfields Farm. Just this little, it really was more like a zoo. They weren't actually, I mean, actually I say that, but there were like some greenhouses where they were growing some things,
okay.
but it was,
Yeah.
there was, it was just sort of like volunteer run. They had a couple donkeys, they had some sheep. They had a pig that we didn't see at first, but he came out as we were leaving, and we got to see the pig.
Did you
And
did you pet the donkey?
there were some kids there who hadn't interacted with donkeys before, and so they were trying to feed him just grass that they'd pulled from the field next door.
Yeah.
And we were just standing back watching them, just delighted watching them interact with the donkeys. I didn't want to get up and be like, I'm going to pet this donkey while they're all like, so we were just watching that. So we didn't pet the donkeys. and the sheep were like way on the other side of the enclosure, so and then we just left all the animals alone. We were just passing observers of the animals.
Okay.
So that was fun. And then we went to this place called Borough Market, which was much nicer than the place we had just been, as far as like they had established stalls for everything, and it was a lot of like sort of high-end products and produce, like we imported sugar cane and you can get fresh sugar cane made, like. And my husband had seen an episode of Everybody or Somebody Feed Phil where they'd gone there and had this grilled cheese sandwich. They call them toasties, a cheese toastie. And so we were like, okay, let's go there. And like the salt beef bagel, big long line. This place, big long line. Like these places are known. And I always feel bad for the business. It's like right next door on either end, because they're just like, we have food too, So anyway, we stood in line probably 15-20 minutes, got this grilled cheese sandwich that he split long ways down the middle for us to have. And it was toasted bread with a whole bunch of cheese goo in the middle. And you can't go wrong with that, really. That was really good. That was really, really good.
Favorite. I'm sure there were a bunch of different types of cheese in there.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 different kinds of cheese, like a cheddar and a raclette and several other like more obscure cheeses that were there. That stall deals in raw milk cheese, so it was all their different cheeses that they do all mixed in. And then the last time we were here in London, Big Ben and Westminster Palace was all in scaffolding. They were cleaning and repairing, and that's all gone now. So on the way back, we went by to see that, and it's very clean. It's very, if you ever seen it before, come see it now. It looks very clean. And that was our day. That's what we did today. So I told Jana, that's what I sent Jana, was more footage of all the little things that we went and did. So
it was the sandwich adventure in London.
It was sandwich day in London. I have no idea what we're doing the rest of our evening, but I hope it involves more sandwiches, because that was good. It's good. They do good sandwiches.
Apparently.
In London.
That's fantastic. Let's see, you've had a corned beef bagel and a grilled cheese. I mean, you're off to a really good start.
It's been a wonderful start. It's been a wonderful start. Yeah. So
we'll be interested to hear tomorrow if you had a sandwich for supper. Do they call it supper or dinner in London, or it's tea? What is
tea? Yeah, tea is really so complicated, because like, again, we have dinner and supper, and we sort of use it interchangeably. And here they have supper, dinner, they have dinner, and they have tea. And a lot of people call their dinner, they call it tea. And then some people, when they talk about tea, they're talking about like what we mean for tea, and then they'll still have another meal after. And then some people are just like, no, just like what you have for your evening meal is tea. And I'm just like, what? Just give me food.
Right. When I watch,
send food to me.
My experience is watching Downton Abbey, which is
yeah.
So it just seems like when they say we're having tea, that's just like a light meal, late afternoon-ish.
Right. Well, and it was like a fancy lady. A long time ago, there was a fancy aristocratic lady who, because they used to have so the wealthy people would stay in bed until late in the morning. And that gave all of the workers time to get up and get the house moving and heat up the place and get food started and all of that stuff. And the ladies would have their food in bed. And the gentlemen would eat wherever, whatever, like breakfast was whatever. And then they would have luncheon together. Right. And then dinner time was well into the evening a lot of the time.
8 or 9 p.m.
Like 9 or 10 p.m. Yeah, late. And then the family was up late into the night. And this one fancy lady, aristocratic lady, was like, you know what? That's a long time. Let's have snacks. So she would have tea. So she would have tea in like little little sweeties and whatever made, and all her little ladies would sit and have that thing, and that's how the tradition of afternoon tea started.
Like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's like, well, some people just call that tea, like just what they're going to eat in the evening, they call tea.
Right.
And then other people are like, well, no, that's just a snack. And then we also have this other thing. So it's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're like, I just want to eat. I don't care
I
what.
just want food. I just want food.
Just want a sandwich. Dang it.
Is that too much to ask for a
Apparently.
sandwich?
Give me a sandwich. Funny. So you'll have to tell us tomorrow what you had for your evening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eating something. Well, it won't be tomorrow because, again, magic of
that's
we're doing 2 days. So you'll find out in 2 days whether I had another sandwich today.
But then you said at some point you're supposed to have like a swanky tea time.
Yes, we are having a high tea. So high tea is the formal tea, the formal version of tea, where they'll come out with like the thing with all the different plates and everything. Yeah, so we're doing a high tea tomorrow, 2 days from now, but tomorrow for me.
Right.
At a fancy dancy hotel that's over by like Regent Street and Oxford Street and stuff, which is where you see the great big, like if you were to Google London at Christmas time and you see the giant street displays.
Okay.
It's over there. And I've timed it so that when we're done, it's nighttime, and then we can go out and see all of the fancy lighting stuff. So that will be our last night here in London. We'll be doing that. So
hopefully you'll get some photos, a couple photos for us. That would be so neat. It was really neat to see having not been there, it was really beautiful. Your photos yesterday were amazing. So
yeah, you would love it. You should come to London, Jen.
Maybe I will one day.
Excellent.
What do you have for yarn today? It's so cool that you brought your packages with you. Oh, wait, before we do that though, I want to talk about how is your cowl moving along? Did you bring that with you?
I do. I actually have it here. I didn't plan on showing it, but I have it right here. So
okay. Well, yeah, if you don't mind.
Zippered the yarn.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate it when that happens.
There, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Good.
So this is so far.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hold on, let me get him.
That's
His little eyes are sort of disappearing into the stitchery right now. I have things to say about this yarn. I won't say them now. I'll probably save it for a podcast and do an audio podcast and do a proper review of the yarn. Okay. But so this space here is just I had to add a lot of white in through here because otherwise the runs were so long, and I could have caught it, but every time you catch a yarn, it affects the stretchability of the fabric.
Sure.
And I was like, well, if I'm going to catch it, I'll just make it more magical in between. And so I just added some more of the whites. Yeah. But yeah, you can see I have one more round to do, and then the first ghost will be done. And then it gets this pattern gets repeated offset. So the ghosts will hit between the ghosts on the next round.
Okay.
And then I'm supposed to do this again, and then put the one half inside the other half and join the two.
Right.
So it's double.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just gonna knit straight.
Yeah.
Just straight color and just call it good instead of, and then the super secret recipient can have pattern on one side and just have a solid one if they want to just wear a solid on other days,
Oh, so you will still fold it in half, but the other side will just be the solid.
Right.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. Because then that'll hide all of the floats and stuff.
Yeah. You don't have to
behind.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I haven't had any time to knit since we've been here, but that's okay.
Let me ask you, are those the Karbonz needles?
Yes.
Okay.
These are the Karbonz.
How do you nitpicks Karbonz? Or,
Yeah.
Knitter's Pride. Sorry, Knitter's Pride.
Knitter's Pride. Knitter's Pride Karbonz.
Do you have several of those?
I do.
How do
Yes.
have you had any of them that have a mm, from the where the tip goes to the barrel of the needle where the stainless steel attaches to the carbon part? Have you had any snaggy points or anything?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I can feel it's not a completely smooth transition, but I've never had it catch
Okay. Okay.
as I've
But
been using it.
yeah, because
Because
I've
it is two different materials, so you're gonna
yes.
have a bit of something.
Right. I've
Yeah.
considered trying those. I have
Mhm.
a set that I bought from my mom of the very, very small ones, their sock set, the little double point.
Okay.
She prefers double points. And so, they were like 00 to 3, 2.5, I think.
Mhm.
Anyway, but the sock set. And I tried them and I've heard that this may, and I've only used them a couple times, and it may only be a problem with the tiny sizes. That there is
Yeah.
there's some problems with the join. And out of like I was
Hmm.
trying to knit some stuff with the size ones or 2.25 millimeter. And out of a set of 5 needles, there were only like 2 that I could tolerate. The others were just
Oh, wow.
ugh. But I've heard that
Yeah, it might just
larger
be because 'cause they're so
sizes
tiny.
yeah, and the larger
Yeah.
sizes, people are like, "No, they're fine." I'm like, "Well, that's good to
Yeah,
know."
I love them. I think they're great. I use them. I mean, I have a fine variety
Needle
of, circular needles, and so but if those are available for the project I'm gonna be knitting with,
if
those
they're
are the ones I
available.
tend to use.
If I don't have too many whips.
Yeah.
Okay. Can
So,
I show you
shall we
my
yarn?
yes. You wanna see my stripe?
Yeah, yeah, you said that you had something to say about your stripe today.
I I do. So, I'm gonna show you the knitted stripe for day 16,
Okay.
and it is kind of a look, it's kind of a it's almost like a rose pinkish color.
Right.
See there?
Uh-huh.
Now, I measured, and on my other sock, I have taken this out. So I wanted to show you this, and I didn't do this on purpose. I just messed up because I needed to start my heel. So
Okay.
yeah, I thought I still had a little more to go, and I was watching a movie, and I just kept knitting. I didn't really pay attention, and it happens. So I
Okay.
just took out like that 1/4 inch on this one. So this one does not have that that coral sort of a stripe
Okay.
because I started my heel.
Lovely.
So there's my Eye of Partridge heel. Now people will be like, that's crazy, but this is my customizable toe up heel flap and gusset with the flap on the bottom. Because that's where that's where I get a hole is
Mhm.
I want the reinforcement on the bottom. So, there's always somebody that says that's not the proper way to knit a toe up sock. There's always someone that says that. I'm like, well, I'm the boss of my knitting and you can do what you want,
There
but
you
this
go.
works for me. And you will see why once we get there. But so that's why I just wanted to explain that's why the coral sort of color stripe is not here because I ended up taking it out so I could start my heel
Right.
flap in the proper place. But I will go ahead and use this one. I will take it out and do this properly. But if you want to see the next day,
Okay.
neutral. And here comes day
Yup.
17, which is a little more of kind of that now it's sort of a peachy. It's kind of a
It is,
yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of a peach. So we'll see. I don't know where it's going.
What is
Yeah,
happening?
I don't know. Now I understand after I do my heel turn and I join back up and start doing my gusset that my stripes will be more thin, but I'm okay with that
Okay.
because that's how I
Um,
socks. Yeah,
so we're recording day 18 today.
correct.
So you just showed color 17?
Wait, hang on.
You were saying stripe 16 and color 17.
Oh, so I need to show you a little more because I'm behind with my I'm
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen this one already. You're right. Okay, let's do one more. I feel like one of those magicians with the
I
flag
know, it's
coming out of the
yeah.
hat. Like, will there be a dove or a bunny pop out anytime soon? Okay, there's that.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, here, neutral.
Oh,
Okay.
neutral,
Yeah.
and then day 18.
Yep. What would I do if you weren't keeping me on track here?
I don't know. We do it for each other is the thing, so uh-oh, is it a bit wow! Oh, that's pretty. That's almost like my shirt that I'm wearing today.
It is.
Like a
Yeah,
corally
that's where
piece
we're
thread.
going. Wow. Wow. I need to catch up
Nice.
knitting. I'll do that while you're in London. I'm gonna have like ramen on my desk. That's okay.
That's okay. Oh, I guess it's my turn then, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so day 18
Oh, with a
is a
helmet.
little Viking helmet, and I know Vikings didn't really wear horns, but that's fine. This is more a Pelia
Okay.
celebration. They embrace the whole Viking helmet with the horns aesthetic. Sometimes wings. A lot of the times they'll get like raven's wings and put
Yeah.
those on.
And
So this is our
I feel like
last.
the sticker maker has artist license to do whatever they wanna do.
Absolutely,
I mean, the
absolutely.
stickers have been neat, so well done, sticker maker.
Yeah. So this is
Ooh,
the last day of the Silly Sheep Company's yarn, and this is Autumn Berry, and we had Autumn Berry the other day,
we
and
did.
this is Autumn Berry dyed on the white base, and
Oh,
the other Autumn Berry was dyed on the gray base.
oh,
So
okay.
again, sort of like how Uradale will use the same dye on different bases, same thing's going on here with the Silly Sheep Company. So this one's more solid. The other one had more tonality to it and a bit deeper of a red. I don't have it with me. I didn't bring that one with me. The ones we already
I
opened are
think
at
we
home,
can forgive you for
but I
not
can hold them all. When I
so
get home and we record again, I'll hold them all together for everybody. So that's day 18, the last of our
lovely.
Silly Sheep Company yarn.
We can forgive you for not bringing extra yarn across the Atlantic.
All I mean, this yarn is so well traveled. It started in Shetland,
Well, that's
went to
true.
Connecticut, came back to England. It's gonna go back home again.
That particular yarn has traveled a
Yeah,
great deal. Yeah.
thousands and thousands of miles.
Wow.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Okay. Well, let's
Okay.
call it good. You
Okay.
guys are gonna have some footage now. Jan is very nicely gonna put some footage of the stuff I talked about.
Yeah. I mean, thank you
The
for
end.
sending us that. That's really neat
Yeah.
for us to see. So, okay. And then we'll
Yeah.
talk about your next day's adventures.
Yeah.
All
See you
right.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.